Hello! And thank you for checking out the first episode of our Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Uh, my name is Bert. I play the character Blaze in our campaign. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video. It really means a lot to us. Quick disclaimer before we jump in. Uh, there are some minor audio kind of blips throughout the video. A lot of us are new to this, and we currently aren't all running the optimal recording hardware. So if you would give us grace on that, we really appreciate it. And then also disclaimer: this is most all of our first experience with playing Dungeons and Dragons as well. So things are probably going to be a little rusty. It might be a little slow for a couple episodes while everyone figures out kind of what's going on and how we're going to play this. But we're really excited to see where this campaign takes us, and we would love it for you to join us on this adventure. Now, without further ado, enjoy episode 1.
I was raised by goblins, right? So I get goblinage. Goblin. Wait, what? What?
If were you raised by goblins?
I thought that's what you said.
He was saying if you were. He was showing an
Oh,
example. You get to make your
okay.
own backstory, dude.
Well, I don't remember I don't think I was raised by goblins. I think I would have
Well,
remembered that.
Yeah, probably.
Speaking of backstories, I think
no.
we should go kind of go through the four of you guys, and I don't know who wants to start, but just give like, what is your character name? Like one more time, what is your class and your race?
Yeah.
And you tell us a little bit about the backstory of your character if you have one. If you don't have anything yet, that's fine.
Yeah.
That'll be developed as we go.
I can go first. I'm not like gonna introduce myself in my character voice or anything, mainly because I don't
That's
have
fine.
one and I don't want to. But I can go first.
Fair.
Yeah. So my character, his name is Blazing Tide. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna. My name. I'm Bert. Right. You all know me. My character name is is Blazing Tide Baharuth, and that's spelled Baharuth. But you can all call me Blaze. That's what everyone calls me. So Blaze was, and I'm realizing now that I don't have my little note thing, my note document up where I wrote it all down. But yeah, Blaze is a dragonborn. He is a paladin. He is a gold dragonborn, so his scales are gold, and his eyes are a piercing green, which cuts deep into men's souls. He was raised by his clan in the mountains when he was young, so up until about age 3, which is equivalent to about 10 years old as a human, for like a human being. So that gives you some perspective on how like mature he was. At that point, his clan was destroyed by a rampaging band of frost giants. The settlement, and to his knowledge, everyone who was in it was either killed or scattered. Shortly thereafter, after he managed miraculously to survive this attack, he was found by an adventuring paladin named Gareth Lightsworn. And now Gareth is a master paladin. He is well known the world around. Like he is a world-renowned paladin. He's been pretty much everywhere there is to go. He's fought some of the fiercest foes, competed in some incredible tournaments, and emerged victorious. So Gareth encountered Bahuth and took him in. Saw potential in him, and so took him in. Now you notice his name is kind of odd, Blazing Tide. So his clan name was actually the Blazing Tide, and as a symbol of deference, of respect to his clan, he has prefixed his name with the name of his clan. But as this is a very much a dragonborn custom that humans didn't really understand, he was raised among humans once he was taken in by Gareth. So they just all ended up calling him Blaze because it was easy to say. And so he ended up just adopting.
Freaking humans.
He adopted that moniker, so he's known as Blaze to by most people. So he was taken in and trained by Gareth up until he was about 12 years old, which is or no, for 12 years rather, I apologize, till he was 15 years old. And a 15-year-old dragonborn is about equivalent to a full adult human being. So dragonborns live about 80 years. They reach maturity in 15. So they're fast growers for sure. Um, Upon coming of age, he left his mentor's place of residence to travel for himself. He seeks to fight against the forces of evil, as is the way of every true paladin, uh, and he seeks to gain new strength in order to achieve mastery over his paladin profession, as well as to protect any who he meets that are too weak to protect themselves. He doesn't want what happened to him when he was young to happen to anyone else. Uh, so yes, as a dragonborn, he seeks mastery over his craft. He seeks to become the paragon of strength in service to the light. Uh, he's a proud individual who recognizes only the strong. He respects those who display mastery over their crafts or have the drive and the will to achieve such mastery. Uh, he strives to protect those who can't protect themselves, as I mentioned, and he has a strong hatred for giants, as you can understand, to the point where, though he is normally a cool and collected individual, very stoic, think the stoic man of few words, he is driven into a wild frenzy upon coming into contact with a giant. So a giant being any sort of creature, any sort of very large multi-story creature of humanoid shape. He will fly into a frenzy and attack unless restrained. And that's Blaze in a nutshell. He's as
That
I
could
say,
be
he's a
very
paladin,
handy.
and he's very strong.
So, and just like as we have these backstories, hopefully your characters will develop as the story goes on, and hopefully your backstory will get also more fleshed out as it goes. It's nice. It's nice to have a starting point, but it's always also good to have room for growth for your character.
For sure.
So I'm gonna call out. How about Shelby? with
Okay.
introduction?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm totally putting on the spot.
Look at us all chuckling together.
So,
There it is. More chuckling.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my
Get your
character is.
notebooks.
um, so my character's name is Lapis, and she is a half elf, and she is a wizard.
You got a last name, Lapis?
Lizelle.
Nice. Classy.
So so she has an elfish name as well. Her mother was an elf, but so her father was a human.
Whoa, scandalous.
But she doesn't really use it. Her mom and dad stayed together for a little while, but then her mother left to go just be with other elves, and she took her older brother, who she calls Forrest, with her. So she left pretty soon after she was born. So it was just her and her dad for a while. After a few years, her dad married a human, and once they started to have a family, she felt like she didn't really fit in with them. So she decided to run off. She still visits on occasion. She has two half siblings, a little sister named Liza, and then a younger brother named Rowan. And so she left to just a nearby village, but she didn't really have anything for a while. But she for a while, she just refused to go home. She refused to admit that she kind of had failed at first. But so she went to a new village, and she resorted to thieving for a while.
Oh. I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
No honest work for a half-breed.
That's rough.
So after a while, so she really likes to explore. So she ended up, exploring around And she was probably trying to escape after she had stolen something and make sure she wasn't found. She found her spell book, and she'd always kind of thought, since elves are kind of just kind of above, she always pictured elves knowing magic. So when she saw that, she thought that her mom would be very impressed that she knew magic. So she started learning by herself for a while, and then so by learning a few basic little spells, she was able to actually get some money, do some work, which was nice. And so after a while, she ended up going to be an apprentice with a human named Natalie, who knew magic, of course. So she studied with her for a long while, but eventually she wanted to go keep exploring, kind of like what she did when she was little. So she now protects people on long journeys and keeps looking for other ruins to learn spells at and things like that.
Oh, so she's kind of like a sellsword sort of wizard.
Mhm.
Cool.
But without a sword.
Yeah,
Right.
sell wand.
Spell wand, yeah.
Sounds
But
good.
I just want to check with you real quick. Oh, is this being recorded?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, cool.
Yeah, I've been recording for almost an hour now.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check.
So we've got all of your stumbling and failures.
Uh,
Wonderful. I can
so we
feel
should
my
keep
thoughts.
our hatred of half-breeds to a minimum.
I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there will be a record of your hatred of half-breeds.
Yes.
Whether or not that
If you-
bothers you, I think that's a character decision for you to make as a
Yeah.
person.
Okay, yeah.
Speaking of character decisions, Ian, how about you go next?
And why is this no longer optional? People picking turns and stuff.
I'm abusing my power.
It's fine by me. Okay, let me look at the Google sheet because I remember putting a name in there like a month ago, a week ago.
Need that
Let's
regardless
see.
of whether you're giving a backstory or not.
What was I thinking? How do I say this name?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so my character's first name is Laurentis, but everyone but shortens it to Law because the character's strong neutral side, wanting to only do things if there's a explicit law forbidding things. That's the only reason why one should act against these kinds of deal. If there's some shady business going on, but it's still lawful, then I don't really mind it so much. But I still don't have a clear understanding of human laws as I'm an elf. So I tend to just assume anything I see is probably lawful. I'm like, I'm like, oh, human customs, bar fights, thieving. Yeah, it's probably okay. Still work of studying, that kind of stuff. Let's see, backstory though. I guess I start with personality first. I don't know if any of this. Well,
a lot of stuff like personality, I think will get
Uh-huh.
sort of happen spontaneously.
Yeah.
Our characters will just happen spontaneously.
Okay,
Like,
so
unless you have something like that, it's fine.
Tacos
Yeah.
good out here.
So my character, I'm gonna say, let's see. Started existence out as a forest spirit, as a
Wait.
bird,
Ooh.
just reincarnating as birds
Oh.
over and over. But for unknown reason to me yet, a greater forest spirit, kind of more of a guardian, has reincarnated me as as an elf.
So you're like a bird.
Very limited memories of my bird life because birds don't remember much.
Right. So you don't have
So,
like proficiency in bird speak or anything.
No, I don't think so. But
That's a
my
shame. That could come in handy.
character's class is going to be an archer bird trainer.
Nice.
Something along those lines. I can't like explicitly communicate intelligently, like have full-on conversations with birds or anything like that, as far as I know. Maybe at level 20. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh,
Maybe at level
I haven't
20.
read the
Well,
sheet
like
all the
20
way.
is like the max level, right? So maybe at 20 you get the ability to turn into a bird.
Turn back into a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not.
But as far as like my race, I am just an elf at this point. Due to my having my mind work as a bird for so many years, I can't see properly up close, so I wear glasses. I'm better at percepting things far away.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're
It's kind
near.
of the idea.
So you got like
Oh,
bird
nice.
nearsightedness.
It's farsighted. I can see far away. Which
Oh,
one?
you
I
can
don't
see
know how
far
it
away.
works.
Okay, yeah.
I can see
so,
far away. Up close,
So
I have
you
problems.
have bird-induced farsightedness.
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome. I love it.
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm not saying it necessarily gives me like perfect archery at like this much range or anything, but that's just something. So I'm wearing glasses most of the time.
Okay.
So I don't.
Are they bifocals?
I'm kind of
or you
more
just-
observant, just kind of quiet and observant, trying to get an understanding of the world. Trying to figure out my purpose for being an elf, not a human. Freaking humans.
Whoa, do you have something against humans?
I mean,
if you
in
do-
the forest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that.
Previous lives have ended badly.
Oh, yeah. No, I can imagine. Yeah, right. Any nice bird feeders though?
When you come out as a turkey, you know, I don't know what you're expecting. So
Yeah, that's true. Do you have any nice bird feeder memories that you could share with us?
Oh, those are kind of intimate, you know.
Oh, okay.
Not-
Right. Yeah, no, I didn't mean to pry. No, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Never mind. Forget I asked.
Bird customs.
Yeah, right. It's bird things for bird people. I get it. I feel you.
So that's
being kind of like
what
a
I'm starting
lizard
out
myself. I can relate.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
That's great. I'm super intrigued
So
with that.
you were reincarnated as a bird, or you were like?
Yeah, well, transformed. Like I don't know. I don't see my bird body around. Maybe I died. Since I've died and reincarnated many times already, that's just kind of how I perceive it.
Okay.
Like for some reason, on my next life after I died, I was an elf instead of a bird again, and I'm very surprised.
So you had some level of recollection of all these different reincarnations.
Yeah,
you knew they were happening.
they're not strong memories, but they're just kind of. I'm a bird. It's my nature. Every time I
Gotcha.
die, I'm a bird.
Yeah, but this time you're like a dude.
I'm very surprised that like humans and elves don't have this kind of recognition of their previous lives. But I don't. Again, no strong memories.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Okay. No, this is brilliant. I love this.
Yeah, this is great.
This is really cool.
All right. On that note,
We're gonna have a bird saga. I can feel it.
But, for you only, I have a question. What was the motivation behind changing your motivation on the spreadsheet like 3 or 4 times?
Well, you
Yeah,
see,
because the whole
thing
killing
is
death
open-
thing made me so happy.
We're open for all to edit. So my character's motivation was sabotaged a couple of times.
Oh.
I had yet to put one in, so Ian decided to fix that for me, but I knew that wasn't what I wanted.
Wait, so I have to ask. So for anyone who doesn't remember, the motivation that I saw was she was so frustrated by her own mortality that her quest was to kill death itself. I have to now ask, whose brainchild was that? Who's responsible for that?
Was that one you, Shelby, or did I do that one? That was,
No,
was one of
you
the earlier
did. I
ones.
didn't do one for her. I just laughed at them along with you.
Okay, so it was Ian. Okay, I should be
That one was a
surprised.
response to Ben's sassy character creation. thing.
Oh, his like whole death thing. Oh, I can
Yeah,
see it now.
death
Yeah. So
itself,
now Cleric
kill all
wants to
players.
kill death. Okay, I'm seeing it.
Once he changed his, I was like, oh well.
Cool. All right. Now that I think we've laid that mystery to rest,
Thank you.
Spud, can you give us your character?
All right. I am So I lived with a clan and drawing like community kind of.
Is it called a herd?
Horse? Well, it's like a herd. So I got separate when we were like getting attacked. Kind of.
Oh no.
They asked for all of the clerics to come over and help because they had recently been attacked, quote, quote, this other group. So me being one of the clerics, I went over to help heal the wounded. And then they captured me their cleric friend was able to escape. So my person is assuming, was successful in warning my clan that they were planning an attack. They kept me hostage because of our strong sense of the community. They were sure that my clan would come and rescue me, or at least barter or ransom or something.
But they left you to die.
They left me in the dust. They changed their route because we're like a traveling clan. We ran a lot. My person eventually escaped, and I tried to rejoin them, but due to the threat of the attack, they had totally changed their routes, and I have yet to find them.
Gotcha.
Oh,
And I
no.
don't know if you specified, but I think it's
Aw.
important to understanding this. What is your race?
I'm a
Yeah.
centaur.
Oh, that makes sense. I was like, okay.
Remind me again, what is your name?
Kotala.
Say that again.
Kotalia? Kotoa.
Kotala. It's Kotala.
Or Tala.
Okay.
There you go.
Is that how you spell that? Okay, never mind. That's how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Kotala. All right.
Kotala.
Right.
So your
That.
group was attacked and you got separated?
Her-
Yeah.
That is correct. So I'm
I
currently.
didn't catch that.
Yeah. Do you know who attacked them or no?
It was a rival centaur clan.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
Shoot.
More centaurs. Okay.
Crazy.
So
That is rough.
you do you seek revenge on other centaurs if you ever find them, but looking for the true centaur clan, the one that will reign supreme?
I've actually got a name for my clan. I'm part of the clan Austenine.
Austenine.
So I'm trying to find them, and I found
Asinine?
Austenine.
Austenine. Okay, it's similar, but less offensive.
O-S-T-A-N-I.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so I've been kind of on the road looking for them, and I found this weird traveling wizard for hire. So meeting a strong sense of community, I'm like,
Wait.
okay, you're
Wait,
with me.
I know a wizard that travels around for hire. Are you wait? Are we saying that?
Wait, do you ride her?
Are we saying that Lapis and Kotala know each other?
Know each other?
Like from
That is true.
before
Huh?
we're all getting introduced here?
Wow.
Yes, is that a
I mean,
problem?
it's possible.
Wow,
That's
that's
It's
awesome.
possible.
I mean, it doesn't.
If it's a
Apparently,
problem-
Shelby doesn't know about this backstory.
Oh, I thought we agreed on this yesterday.
That's
Or just the day
awesome.
yesterday.
So do you like to go?
Problem.
Oh, wait. Oh.
So do you two like to
If
go
there's
on
a
like
problem,
long
we can
walks on
discuss
the
that.
beach with Lapis riding on Kotala?
Or with Kotala riding on Lapis.
Oh.
That would be tough. That would be tough.
No.
Is Kotalia a girl centaur?
Yes.
Okay. I don't
They
know
can
if that
still
was ever
enjoy
mentioned.
They can still enjoy long walks on the beach.
Well, I know. I'm not judging.
Going like I want to make sure like okay, so in the canon of this narrative, I want to make sure like you two do know each other before this adventure starts.
Well, I was gonna say I'm not. Spot is correct in that we did kind of discuss it, but I didn't know how the story was gonna go, so I didn't like.
Fine.
So I
No.
thought I'd suggest that we know each
You
other.
can pick your backstory.
This is your choice.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
not
so
attacking you.
yes,
He's
that's
not
fine.
attacking this
Yeah.
decision. He's just
So then yes, that's fine.
cool.
I'm
Oh,
helping her
I'm sorry,
find
Shelby.
her
I guess I
clan.
should have talked it a bit more with you.
Yeah,
No,
well, no, I'm okay with you mentioning it. It's not like I said, it's not like I wanted it. Like it's not like it's some secret. I wasn't sure how the story was supposed to go.
No, it had just sounded to me, Shelby, like
Fiona was forcing herself to having known you.
it sounded to me like you guys had talked about it. Spud walked away from that conversation like, yes, we are definitely doing this, and you were like, no, we just talked about it. So I wanted to sort of, since we're about to jump into the story, I just needed to know like where things are at.
Right. No, that's fine. Yeah.
Like no, as the DMs, like as the DM, like the DM is supposed to just sort of go with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you
Okay.
guys make a character choice, right?
Yeah.
Fine,
hello?
like, that works out.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I put the moon and it explodes. Like
Ben,
no.
we're losing you. You need to be closer to the mic, I think.
Is this better? I'm
It is
like
tricky to
I'm
have.
about as close to it as I can get. So
Okay, it
Hmm.
sounds like you're fine now.
yeah. So no, you guys can sort of do narrative choices, backstory choices. If you want to know each other, you guys can know each other. That's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to hate each other, that's even better.
Oh, yes, that is also
Oh.
fun.
Mm,
That would be unfortunate.
But we
Mm.
like So I think that's all set. Does anyone have any questions before we jump in?
What time is it?
I don't know what time it is.
It's 5 o'clock.
It's 4.
Kotalia, I have a question for you.
So,
Where do you buy your clothes?
The big and large.
Like, do you have to like have them like custom made for you, or I mean, I don't know, like how?
She's a nudist.
Like, I'm assuming you like wear shirts, but do you like wear like horse pants as well, or like what's
That's
the
amazing.
situation?
no, I do
I need
not
this.
wear
I need
horse
this to like
pants. Is that
immerse
offensive
myself
to
in
you
this world.
guys?
What about like a rug and a saddle? Is that normal for you?
I probably could do that. I don't think it's very normal for our clan, except for maybe when we're moving camp. But for the most
Okay.
part, we don't normally do that. Since I was caught off guard, I don't really have all my stuff. So
Okay.
right now, no.
Do
I
you
don't
have
have-
horse shoes or are you natural hoofed? If that's not personal question, too personal.
I haven't thought about it. My clan probably could force
Should just look
horseshoes.
down.
All right. Well, we'll decide on the horseshoes as we go along.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll just let
Lap-
I just want you to know, like, just so we're on the same page, Kotalia, wasn't a personal question. Blaze is not. Neither of your halves is Blaze's type.
Lapis, do you ride on Kotalia bareback, or does Kotalia have a saddle?
My-
Whoa.
Now that is a personal question.
Yeah.
I didn't think she would ride on her at all. Fiona said she doesn't
Okay,
like
that's
it.
fine. You just sort of walk next to each other. That's cool.
Lapis
Okay.
is terrified.
Okay. So without further ado, I think I will hand things over to Angel.
Angel,
Okay.
paint me a picture with your voice, ye wordsmith.
All right, the wordsmith shall now speak.
I feel pressure.
Lovely.
Okay. Arrived in this really small town at some point during this day. You're kind of scattered around the town doing your own things. Shelby and what is your
Character names.
Shelby.
Lapis and what is your name? Kotala.
Katal.
If you've got
Crystal
the
for
Discord,
short.
if you've got the Discord
not
open, we've
Crystal
got
for
all our
short.
names in there.
Okay. Lapis and Kotala. Are you guys together, or are you like kind of
Oh
separate,
my.
like doing your own things in different shops or whatever? Have you split up, or are you walking together?
Are you on speaking terms?
Yeah,
Together. Like I said, I'm helping Kotala.
Are you on
trying
riding
Together,
to
terms?
together?
find her clan.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Like trying to figure out how people.
Are you like gathering information?
Yes.
Like gathering information? Okay, because I'm
Yeah.
willing to bet Kotala's not going to fit into any buildings. So are you two? My real question is, are you two like walking together down Main Street, or is like
Hand in hand,
Lapis
hand in hoof.
hand in hoof, or are you or is like Lapis in a building while Kotala's like waiting outside? Like what's the situation?
Has trouble with doorways.
I can be looking for information in a building.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
probably be
Katala's outside.
where people are.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So yeah, like you guys are all kind of in this town, scattered around doing your own things, and it's this really small town. Wherever all of you are, you kind of hear a really loud commotion outside, kind of in the main square.
Oh.
Just like
Frick,
some
man.
shouting, some like just commotion, some movement going towards the main square. If you can see out the window or something, wherever you are. What you guys want to do?
Wait, where am I? I'm somewhere.
Oh
You're
no,
in
this is just
this town hall.
Lapis and Kotalia. Wait, are we all here?
Oh.
It's everybody.
You guys are all in this town. You're kind of wherever you want to be. There's taverns, there's shops, there's an inn. There's
Is there like an apple tree?
Okay. Yeah.
sure, yeah.
I'm
In an apple tree.
I am in the blacksmith's forge, perusing his wares.
On fire?
No, I actually helped him to heat up his fire because I have fire breath.
Okay, I thought you were in the forge. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm in the blacksmith's shop, where he's got his forge. And yeah, I had actually just helped him by heating up his furnace with my breath, and then
So noble.
And now I'm perusing his wares when I hear this.
Wait, you
commotion.
freaking have fire breath?
Yeah, I do. It's actually pretty freaking awesome.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
But now you've already used it at the beginning. Oof.
Well, no, because it's very restful in this shop. So.
Oh, okay. So you're.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry. Sorry.
Allow it.
Yeah. So
Alright,
when I hear it, I rush out. Blaze rushes
I do
out.
not see him rush out because I'm not looking at him.
Blaze rushes towards the commotion.
Lapis, Law, what do you guys want to do?
Lapis will go towards it as well, trying to
As
get
well as-
Katala's attention to go with her.
Well, I was like right outside the shop, so when you walk out, we probably ran
One's
over there
already
together.
actually at the commotion
Yeah.
because she's already
Okay.
outside and there's
Okay. So,
square.
I wake up from where I was sleeping in a branch, and I scoot towards the end of the branch, and I look down.
So you're an elf, but you still like sleep in trees like a bird would.
I think elves sometimes sleep in trees. Okay, it's not too weird.
Okay.
Especially a wood elf.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm just kind of looking down at things.
Yeah. Okay. So
I love it.
as you guys get closer, and Ian, you can kind of see a little bit. Like you can't really see much of what's going on. You could just see like
I
a
take
bunch of
off
people.
my glasses.
Perfectly. You see exactly.
You-
It's
yeah,
still
you
pretty.
see a bunch of people running towards the square, and just kind of like making a huge crowd. But you can't really see over the crowd.
Gotcha. It's a pretty short apple tree. I hear you.
Apple trees typically are pretty short.
Yep,
aren't they?
yep. No, I'm good with this.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the crowd. You can't really see what they're looking at.
Oh,
Blaze and Lapis, you on the outskirts of the crowd, you can kind of see that there's like a figure in the middle of the crowd, a really tall figure.
is it a giant?
Whoa! Is it a giant?
No, it's not a giant.
Okay.
It's not a multi-story creature.
I got angry for a second there, but it's cool now.
No. It's a large creature, but not multi-story.
Gotcha.
You can see kind of a torso. You can see most of the torso of this creature, kind of over the heads of people.
Wow.
But you can't really see. Yeah, it's very tall, but you can't really see. There's just like people kind of yelling and pointing and kind of like pushing through the crowd to kind of get a better look. And for some reason, they're just amazed at this creature.
Mm.
Crowd.
So is there like a fight going on, or are they just
I go
like
back to
crowding
sleep.
around this big guy?
The creature in the middle kind of looks uncomfortable, like maybe it feels trapped, like there's a bunch of people kind of in its personal space, and it does not seem happy about this.
Okay, I start trying to push through the crowd to get closer to this guy, so I can.
With or without your sword?
No sword. I might
Oh.
be like kind of using my shield a little bit
Mm.
to kind of like nudge people. But yeah, I'm trying to get closer to this guy, so if something does go down, I can be there to help deal with that.
Aw,
Okay.
how noble.
I'm very
You clearly recognize the figure in the middle of the circle to be Kotala.
Mhm.
Like, clearly you recognize. Like,
Monster.
okay. So Lapis is going to try to
Oh,
rush to the center
okay.
to try to get people out of the way so that so that Kotala is no longer uncomfortable. She's kind of shouting and.
Do you need a
kind of-
strength roll for pushing through the crowd?
I wanna just say, can I really not see she was a centaur? Because to be fair, I did mention this, but Blaze is like 6'10".
Holy cow.
He's a tall guy.
Whoa.
He hates himself. Wait, that's
Blaze-
not multi-story.
Blaze
Wait,
is
how
a
small are the
tall
houses?
guy.
in this world that we are crafting for you guys, centaurs are not like a common thing,
They're a
So-
very rare race.
so they mostly keep to themselves a lot of times.
Okay, so even if I had noticed, I wouldn't have really recognized it.
Like you see, this is not a normal person, but you have no idea what she is.
Okay, gotcha. I'm still trying to push through.
You don't know, is that a cow body? Is that a horse
Which,
body?
you
Is
know,
that a
being
large
6'10"
deer body?
makes that pretty easy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bert, people are kind of moving out of your way pretty easily because you're
Yeah.
a big beast dragon with a shield. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Fire breath them.
And
Wait, never mind.
and chainmail.
Ooh.
So yeah.
and as you get closer, you can see like there's a couple rough-looking fellows, kind of really close to her. Like one of them is trying to mount her. She's
No,
definitely
I'm
with
not
that.
about that.
Yeah, she's definitely not okay with that either, right, Spud?
Yeah.
But like some rough-looking strangers trying to mount you, I assume that you wouldn't be okay with that.
I
No,
wouldn't
I'm
be.
not. I'm trying to buck him up.
So, yes, see this picture a little bit more. They're in a circle around you, so you cannot run away.
But
Wow.
can't
So
you trample?
I could trample. Actually, that is a ability that centaurs can do. However, don't know if that's a good idea. Then I'll try to start murking me if I start
It's a
murking
small
them.
town. No one would notice if it vanished.
Most of these people are just kind of like circling around you, just kind of awed that like there's a centaur in their town. They're not really like trying to hurt you. They're just like two rough-looking guys who are trying to make some trouble.
Rude.
So I think my character. I decide that this is something interesting is going on down there. About like 3 minutes after everyone else has decided that. So
Tell me you try to fly out
can
of the tree.
I get onto a roof nearby or
Sure,
should I
you
just
can
walk
hop over
over?
the roof if you like.
I would like to go check out what I assume is maybe a festival or some kind of strange human
Let's
Do
do
me
it.
a favor,
activity.
That'd be an
Yeah.
acrobatic.
do me a favor and make an acrobatics check to see how cool it looks when you jump from this tree to a building.
All right, so I need to roll something.
Roll
Or
a
what?
d20,
Mm-hmm.
A D5,
d20.
a D20. Oh my
Yeah, Ben,
gosh.
get a little closer to the mic if you can.
Roll a d20 and add your acrobatics modifier.
That's much better.
Okay.
Be the first roll we do in this campaign.
Oh man, I was hoping I'd get the first roll.
So I roll a 7 plus my 4 acrobatics modifier. So that's 11.
Okay, so like you make it to the building and it doesn't look that difficult, but it's not like super cool or anything.
This is kind of my natural thing. I'm not showing off.
Yeah, no, you're not like doing any sweet flips up there.
Nope.
You're not like gliding up there like a bird.
I'm
either.
still pretty bored. I'm only mildly intrigued, okay?
No, that's fair.
Yeah, that's good.
So
I
So
was
I'm
really
now
hoping
close
you
enough,
would like.
closer to see a little bit better. I put my
Yep.
glasses back on.
You immediately can't see.
I take them
anything.
back off. I like do this like a little flip thing where I like move them on and off, trying to decide which one's better because it's kind of in the middle ground now, and I can't quite decide.
All right.
So,
So I'm gonna go through the crowd to try to get to Kotala and going to try to get these two guys away. But just gonna try to talk it out at first.
roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a d20 plus your persuasion modifier. which
Sorry,
is an
question. You said people were moving out of my way. Am I there, like at this point, like next to Kotala and Lapis,
It's
or am I still
turn-based.
getting near?
Yeah, you're pretty close
Blaze,
to
you and Lapis both like emerge out of the circle at the same time.
Yeah, you guys are at the front.
She was closer when she started. If that helps.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. So roll.
Up with those numbers. I didn't have a character sheet for these guys.
Oh, so I got a 19.
Whoa,
That makes it.
That does it.
they
I
are
was
very
thinking-
persuaded.
So just kind of talk to him. What do you say? At this point, it'll work no matter what you say. But
Well, I'm just gonna be kind of forceful in a way and be like, "Hey, back off,"
Oh,
She
intimidation
clearly-
check, actually.
Oh no.
Can I mean, while she's persuading them, can I make an intimidation check to see if my figure causes them to like think maybe this was a terrible idea?
Absolutely,
yes,
you may do that.
Do it. Go for it.
All right.
Now, are you doing it to crowds people or the ruffians who are there?
All right, so that's a
It's-
D20
The ruffians.
plus my intimidation.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I rolled a 5, but I have a +5, so that's a total of 10. So I have a 10 intimidation roll.
Oh, they are not intimidated by you.
Oh well,
They
I tried.
The centaur
So-
is a sight to be seen, but this dragonborn, yeah.
Yeah,
Did
I
they
don't know.
notice
Wait,
you?
did you get intimidated, Fiona? Kotalia?
Well,
Kala.
since it was not
Kavol.
directed at me, no, I'm not intimidated.
Oh, okay.
So
I mean, you're
so
there.
I guess.
Lapis, what do you say to these
I'm
ruffians?
sorry. So
I'm sorry, was that
instead-
addressed to me? Or
No.
was that addressed to Shelby?
Shall.
Okay.
So instead of trying to tell them to back off, I'll try to persuade them by just pointing out something in another nearby store that could potentially be more interesting.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're down. Like they see this item and they're like, "Wow, that's real cool." And
Dude, you better get a commission. I'm just saying.
What was the item?
What if it's the
Was it a
armor that's like
lingerie
cooling
store?
in the sun after you burned it?
It's the blacksmith that has
It's
a
the
super hot
blacksmith.
forge. It's all coming together. This narrative is spinning.
I'm
You
so
actually-
enthralled and in.
Lapis, you point out actually the blacksmith shop where through the open door you can see the forge is burning with a fire that is pure gold.
Whoa.
It's not like any fire you've ever seen before, and that is 100% enough to distract these ruffians.
Alrighty.
Distract, are they going towards it?
with this
Or are they
fire,
staying?
definitely are down to see what's going on there. So they just leave. Yeah, they push through the crowd, and the crowd lets them go, and they just kind of like go to the blacksmith shop and kind of look at this fire.
Hope they
and
don't kill the blacksmith. He's a good
can-
friend of a friend.
this fire. So yeah, and the crowd's still kind of awed by Spud. What is her name? Kotala.
Kotala.
And they're, I mean, none of them's causing trouble or anything, but like there's a couple people who are like hesitantly going up and like trying to pet her or touch her.
Oh my.
I'm still a person.
You are a person, and how do you react to this?
I back up when the people trying to pet me. And
But they're behind you.
Oh, they're behind me? Oh, crap.
Well, they're everywhere is
they
the
were-
thing.
Oh,
They're petting you from like all angles, right?
Not
That's what I'm
everybody,
seeing.
now, just a few people are
Oh, okay,
trying,
my
to,
bad.
trying to pet her.
Things are still a little blurry on my side.
There's just like 2 or 3 people that kind of want to touch you and because you're intriguing.
Yeah.
Are they petting the horse parts?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't.
This isn't that kind of adventure.
No.
Yeah, no.
No head pats? Gotcha.
Kind of move away from a little bit then.
Yeah, I back
And
up.
they kind of
and
intimidate.
I'm still a person, you guys.
I notice
None of
this,
this.
and I turn around toward the crowd and say, "I'm going to have to ask all of you to please leave this poor woman alone."
Okay, people get. Can you roll intimidation?
Again? All right, sure.
Or is that persuasion?
Intimidated. He tried to
That's going to be a 15.
I'm going to use your same intimidation check that you did before, because again, this is sort of like you just sort of.
Well, the first time I was sort of like passively intimidating the ruffians. This time I'm like saying something to the crowd.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you roll again then.
It is 15.
People are very intimidated, and like the people kind of got the hint that she was not okay with that, and they were kind of backing up. And now people are like scattering,
Nice.
like very quickly, like not running, but
Yeah.
like very quickly, like dispersing.
I'm enjoying this intimidation stat.
I back up 3 feet on the roof, and I can barely see anything now. Over the lip, I could just kind of see the top.
I
of your
intimidated
head
you
now,
from over there.
from over there. I'm flighty, okay?
That's fair. That's fair. Birds aren't known for their stoicism.
Yeah, people are still kind of looking back in curiosity, but they're very quickly dispersing. And just as people are kind of running away or like walking away, and you guys are calming things down, a figure kind of runs up.
Sorry, what runs up?
Figure, you can't really see any features because he's just like so fast. He's almost a blur.
Oh, a figure.
Oh, a figure, a shadow figure, a blurry
Gotcha.
figure. Everything's blurry.
Um, and like he kind of runs up and stops and is looking around and it's like, oh, I guess everything is calmed down. I came to kind of quell but I guess you've taken care of it.
Wait, has he stopped moving when he says this, or he's still blurring? Is he's like, is he
comes
doing
up-
like basketball
He
side
runs up
hops?
and stops and kind of looks around and is like, oh, well, taking care of it. I was gonna quell the commotion, but looks like things have calmed down already. Do you mind? What are your names?
I step forward and shake the figure's hand and say, "My name is Blaze. Nice to
Is
meet
that an
you."
intimidation?
No, I'm just saying,
Alan,
hello, my name is Blaze. It is very nice to meet you. Thank you. I appreciate your help in this situation.
Of course, it's kind of my job. You want to take
My
it?
name is Kotala.
I
Okay.
I am. I'm gonna hand this character off to Ben so that he can kind of control this. This character's kind of gonna be with you guys for a little bit.
Oh,
so
Alright,
unless
cool.
we take him
So-
out.
Just stick close to the mic so we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I shake Blaze's hand and I'm like, yeah, I think your presence here has been completely invaluable. I've dealt with those two particular ruffians a few times before, and it has never ended as smoothly as it did today. So thank you guys a lot.
Oh, it's no problem. I'm sure they wouldn't have done any real harm.
Yeah. So then, this figure turns to you, Kotala, and he says, I honestly can't blame the villagers too much, though. I have never seen anything like you before. What is your name?
My name is Kotala from the Astani clan, and I'm assuming since I'm such a sight to see, you guys haven't seen my herd.
Yeah, I reckon no one in this small town has seen anything like you before. He actually walks up and like reaches up with his hand at you,
Ooh.
I take a step back.
looking like he wants to shake your hand.
Oh.
I'll step
you
in front and
take
I'll
a
shake
step
your
back?
hand.
I'm sorry, what?
This guy is trying to shake your hand, not like trying to pet you.
Oh, okay. Well, then I turn to shake. Sorry.
Okay. Do you like have to bend down to shake his hand? Because you're
Yeah, a little bit.
Because your body's like stuck on top of a horse monster.
Blaze chuckles amusedly at this interaction.
actually, which is actually this guy that you're shaking his hand. This is the first time anyone's had to bend down to shake his hand because this guy is a wood elf, as you can see now.
Okay, cool.
So not just a blip.
Mhm.
And he turns to the last of the three of you who are in this clearing, and he says, and I think that leaves you as the last person who has done me this service. So what is your name?
My name is
Person, your
Lapis.
mistake.
Thanks for trying to help. Yeah, I was trying to help Kotala myself.
Yeah. Sorry I couldn't have gotten here sooner. I came as fast as I could, but word didn't travel quite fast enough this time.
It's no problem.
I recognize that voice.
Are you guys adventurers? Like, what are you guys doing here?
Which voice is that?
I am here protecting Kotala while she's searching for her clan.
Okay. And I guess that leaves the two of you. What are you doing here, Blaze?
Oh, I am traveling. I'm traveling around to help any poor souls that I encounter in my search to defeat any evildoers who might stand before me.
Before he responds, I want to ask Ian. Ian, is Law still just chilling on this building?
Yeah, I'm like by the chimney. It's really warm because there's a blacksmith's forge underneath it, and there's like it's hotter than it's ever been. So I'm like just kind of hugging it because it's a little breezy up here, but it's nice and warm by the chimney.
All right. So can you hear everything that they're saying?
No, I stopped once the crowd dispersed. I stopped paying attention.
Okay. I probably will do this 2 minutes more time.
I know you want me to join at some point. I'll think of something.
The story is gonna follow this guy, okay? And when he answers Blaze right now, it's gonna progress the story. So you may want to find a reason to be intrigued and head down there. This is the only time I'm gonna do the entire campaign where I'm gonna like kind of ask you to do something.
I doubt that's
Yeah,
gonna be true, knowing me. But
but I do kind of need all 4 of you together, and I thought this was gonna happen.
I did too.
Well, that's a what, Alfian?
As we get further in the campaign, I'll just start dragging you around
Yes,
to all the
and
right story places.
But this time, there's no like you guys pushing each other to do it because you don't know each other yet.
Yeah.
So
okay, as the
actually, Ian,
yeah.
do me a favor and roll a history check.
A freaking history check. Let me see. Oof. Okay, let me see what I got.
Yeah, I'm not very good at history either.
I rolled a 5.
Oh.
Okay, you know nothing.
You have a general awareness that there were things that happened in the past.
Yeah, no, that's totally in character. Why did you want me to roll a history check?
You're not gonna. You don't get to know that now.
Oh, okay.
You don't know.
Can I roll like any
okay,
kind of perception check to see if I notice that he's up on that building?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
That's gonna be a 12 for me. It's probably not gonna
things
notice.
around here.
Yeah,
Do I need to roll a stealth
Wait,
check?
with perception, is it just my perception modifier and my roll, or do I like to use the passive perception at all?
It's just your perception modifier in your
Yeah,
roll.
passive is for the DMs.
Passive is a hidden thing. If we want to get you to do, if you want to see if you notice something without wanting you to roll, it's up to us when we decide to use that.
Yeah, that's
Okay, gotcha.
That's
So that's
perception.
gonna be a 13 minus 1 for perception.
12. Okay, yeah, you don't notice. If
Mhm.
Lapis or Kotala want to roll perception checks to see if they
Just
notice-
rolling it randomly? Okay. That's fine.
Perception is, do I notice something that's in my field of vision?
Yeah,
So-
Do you want to try to
it's
notice?
investigation to see if you can like analyze something that you already know exists. So
Yes. So
No.
What do I roll?
I'm
for that?
just curious as to why they're suspicious.
skill check, you're gonna roll a d20 and you're gonna add your modifier to it. So this one is gonna be perception. And add your perception modifier.
Mhm.
So I rolled a 3, and so I add 4 because of my skill. Yes, investigation.
Perception, cool.
I've got 15.
Okay. Spud,
Screw
you
you.
found the elf on the roof.
But you don't bother mentioning anything, right? Or you might mention something. It's up to you, I guess.
It's up to her.
But she does notice.
She sees you, but like it's up to her to say something or not say something. It's totally up to her character.
Is there a reason you wood elves hang out on they hang out on rooftops?
Willows?
Wood elves.
Oh, sorry. I was like, what?
One of you is like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he looks over to where you're pointing. And he notices Law. And he's
My
like,
character jumps up as a burst of fire shoots out the chimney. Maybe he's doing bellows or something again. And I stagger backwards towards the roof. Should I do some kind of roll?
make a dexterity saving throw.
Do a what? Am I gonna die? I might.
He's gonna fall off the roof.
What kind of roll?
Dexterity saving throw. That's a d20 plus your dexterity saving throw modifier.
Okay. I rolled a 20 and I have 6.
Shoot.
So if you roll a 20, so here's a good time to talk about criticals. If you roll a 20, then that is the best you can possibly do. Whatever you do you will do really well if you rolled a 20. So you actually fall off of this roof. You like head first. And then you miraculously, and no one really knows how, you flip like twice and land perfectly on your feet, and everyone is very impressed.
Almost like a bird would.
Notice my arms were flailing. It doesn't like hinder what I'm
absolutely.
doing. It doesn't hinder what I was doing. It sort of seems like it helped actually somehow.
Doesn't-
Despite all reason.
Actually, looks really weird because for anyone else, it would have been flailing. But when they see you do it, it seems much more planned and reflexive. It really did help you to land on your feet.
And I blink, and for a second, it would almost look like I was watching a bird and not an elf.
Sure.
Nonchalantly, I walk into the blacksmith. I'm just kind of turn around and walk towards
It's Wood Elf whom I will give pretty
Walks
soon.
the other direction.
Is like, wow, I haven't seen anything like that before. He turns back to Blaze and he says, you mentioned that you're here to looking for destroying some evil. Well, I definitely have a job for you.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
excellent. I didn't
And-
catch your name, by the way, good sir. What was it?
My name is Auriel Mistwalker.
Aria. Okay,
No way! It's the Mistwalker dude.
I'm gonna call you Artie. Does Artie work?
Okay, I guess you can call me Artie if you want.
All right, thank you, Artie. It's very nice to meet you.
Nicknames are
it is-
important in this game.
Artie looks over to Law and he says, "Good sir, I definitely want on this job as well. What is your name?"
Wait, he's like talking to me or talking about me?
Talking to you, Law.
And you definitely. So can you repeat what you said? Sorry.
He turns to you, Law, and he says, "And you, my good sir, I definitely want to join us on this job. What is your name?"
I fidgeted around, looking left and right. Maybe there was someone else he was talking to, and perhaps I could slip away. Deciding that's not actually the case, I whisper, not whisper, but kind of mumble that my name is Laurentis, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, by no means do I want to pressure you into doing this. It's completely up to you. But I have a. There's
But
a
the
problem
story
in
won't
this town.
progress if you don't. So.
But the mayor of this town has a serious problem. We actually have a serious problem.
Oh.
Actually, all of the officers, all of the sheriffs and deputies in this town have been sent out to try to do this job. And it's been about a week and none of them have returned.
Oh,
And that is why
not
unfortunate
good.
situations like happened to you, miss, and he looks to you, to Kotala. He says, this is why these sort of situations have been cropping up.
Hmm.
If any interested party would like to follow me to the mayor's house, we will talk about, I will have him fill you in on the job that he has for you, and I can promise you, you will most definitely be rewarded for this.
Very interesting.
So has he turned around and started walking yet?
Not just yet. He's waiting a little bit to see like if anyone looks interested before he just turns around and walks away.
All right, Blaze looks interested.
And with just that, he turns around and starts walking back up the road the way he came, back towards the big house that you can see at the end of the road, which you assume is the mayor's house.
Blaze turns around and follows him without even really acknowledging the other people.
Okay.
He's pretty
Nice.
confident that whatever this is, he could probably handle on his own. So he doesn't really care too much about who else joins.
Oh, and Auriel stops and turns back, and he says to Lapis and Kotala, he says, "Oh, and there are some characters around who have very traveled, so they actually might know something about your missing clan, you said?" So I don't know if there will be information on that as the story as on this job, but you will definitely meet some people who have gotten around a bit. And then he
Oh
turns around.
my.
So Lapis will turn to Kotala and kind of whisper to her, or at least speak low enough that only she can hear. I don't know if we should trust this guy. He...
Freaking elf, am I right?
Yeah.
If you want to try to tell if this,
human.
I don't know if you'll really have information about your clan.
if you want, you can roll an insight check to see if someone is telling the truth or not.
Well, I mean, obviously she wants to go. They'll end up going with him. So I mean, Kotala just needs to say.
Is that obvious?
Mildly convincing. Well, it sounds like it should be.
Well, like it's up to you what you guys want to do, but like the narrative is gonna follow this guy.
Yeah. So I mean, yes, she's not gonna immediately trust this guy.
I did an insight check, but all I got was 5. So
Okay, you have no idea if this guy's telling the truth or not.
Oh, I thought if you got a bad insight, you got the wrong reading. Never mind.
I'm not sure if he'd actually have any information, but it's not like we're getting anywhere.
He said he has no idea if there's going to be information. He just said like there are some people mission that he has for you that are very well traveled.
Yeah, so I'm saying I don't know if it'll actually be any help. I'm not saying I think he's a liar, but we're not really having any luck so far. So
that's fair. Point. Yeah. Well, I go where you go, so let's follow.
My character looks over his shoulder and sees a bunch of brigands now well armed in that shop buying stuff, and decide I think I want to not be the only person in this square, and decide to follow after.
All right. Excellent.
All right, and from this point on, Auriel Mistwalker has joined the party.
Oh, alrighty. Shoot.
Is there a party?
Are there chips? A dip?
So
I mean, I'm following him, so I guess it's a party.
Cool.
So from this point on is about all I knew from what was going to happen in the story. Mm-hmm. So from this point on, I am playing D&D with you guys.
Nice.
Oh.
I am now a member of your party.
Oh,
but you got to like custom.
That was the character you made.
Oh, wait,
it was.
Really?
I just remembered that Auriel Mistwalker was the name of the practice character you made.
Nice.
Oh, I also remember that somehow.
All right, maybe I won't call you Artie then. I thought you were an NPC. Wait, is Auriel male or female?
Male.
Female. What? I had my glasses on.
Auriel's male.
I haven't done
that. Sorry. I have my glasses on. I couldn't see.
Male, but has long hair.
So it is pretty hard to tell. Also, his name is Auriel, which is a girly-ass name, even by elf standards.
Oh, yeah.
That is fair, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
So we are walking towards the manor, and I'm going to turn it over to Angel because I don't know what happens anymore.
Yeah. Are going in the same direction, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of like doing a zigzaggy walk, but
yeah. So as you're heading in the direction of the big white manor, that is probably the mayor's house. You kind of notice that like all of the townspeople that you saw are gone, or the streets are empty. Everyone seems to have gone inside their homes or shops or somewhere, perhaps because of the shortage of law enforcement that Auriel had mentioned. Perhaps some other reason, but for whatever reason, the streets are empty. And kind of far down the road, you can see another figure. He looks kind of hunched over, and it's really far away, so you can't really make out very many features. But you can tell that he doesn't seem to be moving like a normal person. He's very slow, and it looks like it takes a lot of effort for him to move forward.
So did noticing that take our passive perception?
We just okay. I don't know. How far away is this guy?
400 feet.
Okay, so he's like a ways down this path. Okay.
Ooh. So Law should be able to see him perfectly.
If you took off his glasses.
Oh, that's true.
You're like he's a little bit past the manor, just kind of like making his way into town.
Uh-oh. We're going to have to pass him, aren't we? Because we're in town.
He's past the manor, so like you don't have to pass him if you don't want to, but he looks rough.
Like, is he doing anything?
Walking slowly.
He's just kind of hunched over, like making a very slow progress. It looks like he could be hurt.
Is he like limping, or is he just like walking slowly?
He looks like he's just kind of dragging along. Like,
All right, I pull out my crossbow.
What is that for, Law?
This? Hunting?
I look
mean-
over to Auriel and I say, do you have any idea who that man is or what he's doing?
I have any idea who this guy is.
You can't really make out very many features, but he looks familiar to you. He looks like he could be one of the law enforcement officials.
Okay. I say, I think I know who he is, but he certainly didn't look quite like that the last time I saw him. I'm going to, I guess I have control of my character now.
Mhm.
So I'm going to actually, we're all going to walk. Well, I'm going to walk like,
More?
but I'm going to turn around to the others and say, hey, you guys can wait here or you can come with me. We'll be going into this building in just a sec. I want to go check to see what's going on over here.
I'm coming with you.
All right, thanks.
I put away my crossbow and walk up to the manor door and knock.
No waiting involved, that'd be. Katana probably.
Is that a
being
strength
cleric-
check?
No,
go
no,
with
you
him
knock a
as
door?
cleric, so if he needs medical attention, I've joined the group
Okay.
over there too.
And
So I'll
I'm
follow Kotala.
Lapis is just going to follow Kotala, and that's how this is going to play out.
Not
Okay.
the entire time, no.
So I walk up. I keep walking, and I kind of notice behind me that the other.
No, I'm right next to you. I'm
Okay,
like
yeah.
on your left.
And I notice that the other three are with me,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna walk up to this figure, and I'm gonna say, "Hail and well met."
The figure kind of looks up at you and recognizes you. Yeah, you recognize him as the sheriff of the town.
What is his name?
What did I say?
I should know this, but I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask it out of character.
You're forgetful.
Sheriff Norwood.
Norwood?
Sheriff Morwood.
Norwood.
Norwood.
Yes.
Also, what is the name of the town we're in?
Willsden.
Wolf's Den.
Wolf's Den.
Willsden.
Willsden.
That's
Oh,
what I heard.
okay.
Can you spell that for me?
Willsden.
I was close.
So it's possessive.
Dude, yeah, but when we refer to the town, I don't want it to be just like, oh, the only town that is in this world, because I don't know what it's called.
That's fair.
So
Sheriff
Okay,
of
I'm like-
Willsden.
Sheriff Norwood, what happened to you? Where have you guys been this whole time? Where is everybody else?
Auriel. I'm exhausted.
I snicker because it's a really girly name.
It's good to see you, my friend. Oh man, is there somewhere I can lay down? I am exhausted.
Yeah, sure. I'm actually gonna turn to Kotala and say, hey, I wouldn't ask, except this guy's like keeling over. Can you ride on you just back to the manor? It's only gonna be like 100 feet.
Or I could carry him. Either way.
Katana looks slightly uncomfortable, but noticing the man's state, she reluctantly agrees.
Yeah.
Can you make a strength check to put him on there?
No, Auriel is going to ask Blaze to help move him
Yay.
onto
When is he gonna do
I
it?
want to roll
When is
more
he gonna
dice.
ask?
I don't like. Is that something that's going to be really challenging for us to do? Like, is that something we're going to like?
He's
manage
a
to
fat
drop him?
man, isn't
I
he?
mean, if both of you
He's
are doing-
haggard.
We just do that.
Ah. All right.
I'm sure that-
I help put Sheriff Norwood onto Kotala's back. It's not super hard. I don't even really need to use both my arms.
And
Does he
while
take damage during this? If you weren't very soft, or
you guys
just
are
kind of
doing-
roughly
Ian,
put
I
it.
am
said that you knocked
scaly.
on the manor door, right?
I'm
Ian,
what? I'm knocking on the manor door. Yeah.
on the manor door while they were doing this, right?
Yep.
Okay, so while they're doing this, the door opens, and a very tall, skinny man dressed in a black and white suit and one of those curly French mustaches opens the door. He says, "Yes, this is Mayor Finch's residence. How may I be of service to you this afternoon?"
Looking startled that someone was actually in there.
I thought this would happen.
I try to walk past, pretending I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I thought so.
Uh,
Exactly what I thought was gonna happen is someone opened that door.
Excuse me, sir. What do you think you're trying to do here?
Looking up at him, I was like, I was told to go inside.
He kind of
That's a deception roll, right?
He kind of blocks your path and says, "Who told you to come here?"
Not having actually listened to his name earlier, despite I know it, but I say
The elf
that
with the
freaky
girly
looking
name.
the freaky looking elf guy. Is there more than one of them in this town?
Well, there's you.
You mean Auriel? Auriel, Miss Walker? The acting sheriff?
The acting sheriff. I say as I didn't know that was the case. Sure, whatever.
That's convincing.
Roll persuasion because
Roll a 15 plus 2, 17.
Shoot.
right, you're in.
That'll do.
Thank you kindly, manservant.
Right this way. You can sit down in the living room in front of the fire. I'll tell the mayor that you're here. What is your name? What should I tell the mayor? Who is here?
It's Laurentis. If he wonders why I'm here, I don't really know myself. Maybe it's fate.
Probably. Yeah,
Okay,
probably
yeah.
fate.
It's probably fate. Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, that fire looks nice. So excuse me. I sit on the obviously most comfortable looking chair in the room. Right by the.
Do you track any
Take a
mud?
nap.
Can you do a mud tracking roll?
That was a 1.
Oh,
I don't have any modifiers for mud tracking, so.
Yeah.
The cup is completely clean, right? Because he
Oh.
didn't track any mud.
Is that what it is?
Oh, okay. I guess that
I didn't know
was
what a
kind
1
of
or a 20.
open to interpretation.
Yeah.
No, the man kind of looks at the carpet and is like, if you don't mind, would you mind removing your shoes in the front room there? I just cleaned this carpet.
Either already having fallen asleep or pretending to, I ignore him.
I show up at the door.
Yeah. All right, we're here.
Okay. You knock.
Is the door open?
No, he closed the door when they went in.
Okay, I knock.
The man comes back and opens the doors. Auriel, it's good to see you. I assume you want to see the mayor, correct?
Yeah. Sheriff Norman's back. You'll need to get the mayor right away.
Yeah, absolutely. Please settle down in the front room with the other strange guests we have today.
So who is that? I walk
I
into the
believe he said
parlor.
his name is Laurentis. I must get the mayor right away. I'll be right back. And he kind of disappears through the door.
Is Kotala able to fit through the door?
No.
This
Go
is gonna
outside.
be. This is gonna be. A
Can't I
problem,
duck?
Isn't it?
There's a window. She can look in the window.
You need to
Wait.
speak into the mic.
Kotala, you can't quite fit through the front door. It's not really made for large creatures. But
Fiddlesticks.
you can walk around the house too. There's a window next to the fireplace. You can look in and
A window
kinda
next to the
see-
fireplace. Oh no.
Liz and I carry Sheriff Norwood and lie him down in like one of the couches.
Yeah, I actually take Sheriff Norwood off her back and carry him over my shoulders, and then kind of have to like angle myself sort of sideways and also duck to get through the door because I'm a very tall person as well.
You might need to make a check for that.
Acrobatics. Ooh, what is it?
I think that would be a strength check, wouldn't it, or athletics?
It'd be a strength.
Yeah, I'll strength
Sleight
check.
of hand.
While you do this,
As you
Well,
pickpocket him off her back.
So would that be, if it's a strength check, do I just add my strength saving modifier, or would that be athletics?
No, it would just be your strength modifier.
Mhm.
Okay. So just the
Our
one
saving
under
throw-
the stat.
So
All
just
right.
your plus
That's going to be a 23.
effortless.
Yeah, you like so gracefully, so perfectly, like no problems at all.
Awesome.
In fact, like the sheriff doesn't even realize that like he's moved.
He was asleep. You did wake him up.
Nice.
You even avoid stepping on the mud piles in the floor. Oh wait, I didn't bring any mud. Never mind. Or did I? I don't know.
Fine, you had mud all over the carpet. This carpet is disgusting.
I actually cleaned
Okay.
some of the mud as I was breaking him in.
All right. We're all chilling, waiting for the story to happen.
Right.
Someone's trying to rush this along.
I want to get into it.
Yeah.
I'm in character.
To be fair, dinner's cooking in that room, and it probably smells amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wanna get to combat. I wanna do some stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be good.
Couple moments later, the
Months?
moments.
Moment.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I heard months too.
About that. A couple moments later, the really tall man in the black and white comes back, and he's holding two very large trays. One has a kettle with a ring of like little teacups around it, and the other tray has just various amounts of like little appetizers, pastries, or different things. And he lays them down on the coffee table and says, "What did I say? Please enjoy these for refreshments while you wait for the mayor. He should be out in just a second. He's very thrilled that the sheriff is back." Back through the
I
door.
smile and say, thank you, and then I dig in.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some light refreshments.
Yeah, same here.
Kind of waking up
Christine offers
groggily,
you the
I look.
window.
Actually, want to get in Kotala's good graces, so I bring her something to eat as well.
Ah,
Oh, thank you.
You walk past me because I'm sitting by the fireplace. So
I
I
actually
kind of
step over
draggily. You step over me?
Yeah, I have to step over you to get to the window.
Do you have to do a check for not killing me while you do that? Or
You lying on the floor, or you sitting in a chair?
I'm sitting in a chair. I don't know how you stepped over me. It's quite
I thought you were
strange.
chilling on the floor in front of the
No,
fire.
he said he sat in the comfiest chair next to the fire.
Oh, okay. No, I just
Ben jumps over the chair.
You're gonna make it knock No. Yeah, and immediately after the butler leaves, the door that he just walked out of opens, and a very, very round man wearing a pressed gray suit and a very pleased grin, but also kind of a concerned face, opens the door and walks into the living room. And he kind of looks around and takes in all of you, but as soon as he sees the sheriff, he kind of runs over to him. In a very undignified manner,
Oh.
and kind of like looks over him. The sheriff's name? I keep forgetting.
Norwood.
Norwood.
Sheriff Norwood.
Of Will's Den.
Yes.
Will's Den.
Got
Is it like a hyphenated Will's Den?
No.
Like an
No,
apostrophe?
it's one word.
Will's Den. Okay.
It's possessive.
So I'll ask, be like, oh, so you're Sheriff Norwood, I presume? Mayor. Yeah.
Talking
Wait.
to. Wait.
Wait, the mayor, dang it.
The sheriff is
Yeah, no.
Norwood. The mayor.
No. Well, I presumably do, but
Yeah.
like in character I do, but the real me doesn't.
Right.
Wait, really? That makes sense.
I think I might have mentioned it when Ian knocked. I think it was Mayor.
No, you didn't mention
No.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, yeah, we wrote that down. It clearly says did not mention name.
Over like chilling over the badly injured Sheriff Norwood? Is that what's
Yeah,
going on?
I mean, he clearly sees
We're
you.
eating muffins over him. There's like crumbs onto his like
Oh,
wounds.
I'm still chilling by the window with
Yeah.
Kotala.
I'm helping myself to the food.
Are you okay? And Norway kind of opens his eyes. It's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just exhausted. It's been a long week. And the mayor like kind of helps him. The mayor kind of helps him to a back room and lays him in an extra bedroom, and just lets him rest there for a while. And he comes back and he says, "I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? I am the Mayor Finch.
Mayor who?
Okay. Mayor Finch.
Finch, thank you. It's very nice to meet you.
My eyes perk up at this. I like wake up.
This is the most interested Law has been in this whole adventure so far.
Looking at him, I roll a. I try to figure out what he means by his name.
I don't
Better.
see you guys anymore.
Like I'm like, is he actually a bird? Am I actually hearing a bird talking? Like, because I was asleep until now.
See if he's a bird.
I roll a 10. Let's see, investigation. What do I have? I have a 1, so that's 11.
Sure, that's enough. He's not a bird.
Darn. I really wish you
Ah,
did.
I look a little bit. I look a little bit disappointed, but
A very bushy mustache. No, very round. No bird-like features at all.
But to be fair, Law doesn't have any bird-like features either. So who knows?
typical.
Another fake.
Yeah.
But I didn't quite figure out what he was. Just that he was not a bird.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay, some
Might
kind
be
of
a
creature.
bat.
Maybe.
Auriel, it's good to see you. Who do you have with you here today?
You know that incident that was happening in the. These guys took care of that for me before I got there. So I figured if anyone would be able to rescue your son, these guys would.
These guys were also like the source as well, to be fair.
That's true.
Well, that sounds quite impressive. I mean, I've already sent out all of my law enforcement, and the town is kind of falling apart. And it's no offense to you, Aura. You're doing a fantastic job, but you and I both know you can't be a permanent solution.
Shoot.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I only got here like a week and a half, and I've been here about a week and a half longer than I meant to be. So
Oh,
Yeah, I don't. If I can send out the only acting law enforcement I have right now to. I mean, are you going with them, or are you just asking them to go?
well, I mean, you're kind of in charge of this town, so I figured since you were my employer and would be their employer, you would be telling us that.
Since this town has kind of gotten a little rough, I just my trust in people has kind of diminished. Sorry.
That makes sense.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
so what's
I don't
happening?
trust just anybody with.
What's going on right now?
You asked if these travelers. You mentioned that these travelers would be good to save his son, and he's saying that he doesn't know if he can quite trust.
Ooh.
Okay.
He needs some kind of
Okay.
test.
Continue then. Sorry. I want to make sure I know what was happening.
Yeah.
Can
I
we
just-
all hear this, or is it just a conversation between Auriel
You
and?
guys are all in the room. You can hear what I'm saying.
Okay.
He
So
just
he's-
said, like, since this town has kind of gotten rough, my trust,
I want to like step forward at this point, and I say, here, perhaps this amulet will help to as a certificate of my trustworthiness. And I show him my holy symbol, which is an amulet, and this holy symbol is emblazoned with the crest of Gareth Lightsworn on it.
Wow.
Where's Lightsworn, your god?
No, Garrett.
No,
Light-
it's his trainer.
He's
famous
my
paladin.
mentor, the famous paladin who's known across the land.
Did you write that down in your notebook?
What? That I had a holy symbol?
No, I was asking Angel if she wrote down your backstory in her notebook.
Oh yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah, I know who Gareth Lightsworn is. I was just like, I thought usually it was the holy symbols were emblazoned with, the god that they worship. So I was a little bit confused as to why it was
Oh well,
Gareth.
yeah. All right. I see what you mean. Yeah, it's got the symbol of Bahamut on the front, but on the back it has the Gareth Lightsworn's crest, his coat of arms, because he was the one who trained me.
Like that.
Do you show the back or the front?
The back. I figured cause Bahamut is okay. Anyone can get their hands on something with Bahamut on it, but this proves that not only am I a paladin, but also I'm a paladin who was trained by a very reputable one.
Yeah, but how well is the mayor's history?
Does the mayor have to make a history check to see if he
I
knows?
think everyone in the world, from what I understand, everyone in the world knows who Gareth Lightsworn is.
Yeah,
you
he's
have to live actually in the cave to not know who Gareth Lightsworn is.
And
I
Because
feel
he's
a little silly now because I have no idea.
totally fits though.
Yeah, you are a bird.
Paula wouldn't know either because she's not really used to the human realm.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I would expect though that Lapis would totally know who Gareth is.
Yeah, she spends most of her time, all of her time around humans. So yeah.
So you were trained by Gareth Lightsworn?
That's the one and only.
My gosh, well, this changes everything.
I know. I
Still
understand.
thinking that Lapis is actually a full elf, just not a wood elf. I turn to say, he says this town has gotten is a lot rougher now, but it seems normal for a human town. They are kind of rough around the edges.
I am going to shift uncomfortably because I was once a thief in a town and be like, yeah, you're right. It seems pretty normal for a human town to me too.
I don't comment on this.
Yeah, I'm not exactly talking loud enough for everyone. I'm just kind of over here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You're
Mostly
sort of
ignoring
talking
what
to
you guys are talking about.
Cool.
Mostly.
All right, carry on.
Yeah. The mayor is very impressed by this amulet that you have, and he seems to go into some deeper thought. And he seems very conflicted. He really he seems almost desperate to get his son back, but at the same time, he doesn't want to trust his son's life to just anybody's hands.
He lost his son? Jeez, I missed something.
His son is missing, kidnapped maybe, or just lost. We don't know.
Cool. Is that
At least
what
I
everyone's
don't.
been going out to try to do?
Yes.
Okay, I missed that at some point, and maybe it cut out.
Yeah, so he kind of thinks for a moment and makes a decision. And he says, "Oh, okay. Since if you were trained under Gareth, you got to be like a really great guy."
That's Mr. Lightsworn.
My bad. I didn't mean okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean any disrespect. Interested. I would very much appreciate if you could. He was very sick. I don't know what happened. The medic doesn't really know what happened either. He just is very sick, and no one really knows what he came down with.
What?
No one really knows how he's sick, why he's sick, or even what the sickness is. He just got really sick all of a sudden, and no one knows why.
Right.
And just a couple days after he got sick, this was about a week and a half ago. I don't even know. He disappeared.
So he's sick and lost.
Shoot.
He was bedridden. There's no way that he could have left on his own. He had to have been taken by somebody. And I don't know who would take a sick kid or why, but I have no idea where he went or how.
Speaking up, I say I know of a certain creature that sometimes takes wounded or hurt people to different destinations. It's outside the window. I don't know if anyone else has noticed it, but there's some kind of some kind of horse creature that's known to carry wounded people across the lands. I
I'm
say
just
this very proud, as if I realized something that most people would have not. Like putting two together.
I look very insulted. I only take people to locations when they ask.
We don't know he didn't ask.
Moving on.
The mayor kind of looks out the window and sees you for the first time. What is your name? I keep forgetting. Kotala.
Kotala, write it down.
I do have it written down, but it's all the way over there. He sees you, Kotala, and he's kind of taken aback, surprised that there's a horse human outside of his window. He's never seen a centaur before.
Pretty freaky, right?
Yeah. I take it aback for a second, and then he regains his composure and kind of walks over to you.
I'm still, just to make sure, I'm still next to the window where Kotala is.
Okay.
I haven't moved. And so as the mayor approaches, how is the mayor approaching? Is he
He just kind of walks over.
confused or threatening or
He's confused.
Yeah.
He's never seen this before.
Then I'm gonna say to the mayor, I'm gonna say, actually Kotala helped get Sheriff Norwood back in here when he was outside. So I can vouch that Kotala she's a strange one, she's weird, I don't know what she is, but she is definitely trustworthy.
I've traveled with Kotala for a long time as well, and I can definitely vouch for her trustworthiness.
Speaking in Elvish to Lapis, I just say, really? Kind of disappointed, come on, man.
Lapis does understand Elvish, so she just gives him a curious look, what?
Auriel also understands Elvish and also gives you a curious look.
Looking closer, I try to figure out if
Blaze does not
Auriel
understand
is
Elvish,
elf.
but is curious as to why everyone looks so curious. And so he has just sort of a generally curious look.
The mayor says to you,
Deflated.
Auriel, if you vouch for her, if you trust her, I trust you. That I'll take your word for it. She sounds like pretty great lady. Thank you so much for helping the
He
sheriff
says
out.
this blushing.
No problem, sir.
I'm just kidding.
Cool.
So thank you so much for helping out the sheriff just now. It really means a lot.
It wasn't any trouble.
All right, so I was told there was some sort of mission. Are we gonna get assigned to one, or what are we gonna do here?
If you all are up to it, I would really appreciate if you guys could find my son and bring him back.
Yes, I would be happy to. I do that.
Not that easy, Bert. The sheriff went out on a scouting mission. He needs a long rest, but in the morning you might want to ask him if he found anything and find any leads you to go on.
Excellent.
I ask if it's against human law for a human to leave a human village unannounced.
Is the Auriel says to the mayor hey, I don't know how long these guys are planning to stick around in town, but if the sheriff, if we wake up the sheriff and ask him what happened, we could just leave now. Tomorrow's a good idea, especially with how ill your kid was a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to kill the sheriff, but he seems like a pretty strong dude. He could probably take care of himself.
That's a good point.
Worst comes to worst, the cats spare the dying.
Wait, what?
Oh
Worst comes
yeah,
to
we
worst,
can.
the cats
This
spare
is.
the
I
dying.
just remember this is Dungeons and Dragons. I could heal him actually. I have actions and things I could do. That's a good point.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's about time for him to enter his next life.
Spare the dying doesn't heal, it just keeps them from dying.
You pull.
Okay,
I
I
want
wanna
to
look.
use.
Can I investigate the sheriff to see if like he's visibly injured?
He's in a different room on a bed, but
Well, no, we're all in the parlor.
he's in a back room.
We
the
take him
sheriff.
somewhere else.
He's in a bedroom in the back.
Okay. Can I go to the sheriff's room and check and be like, is he actually dying or is he just asleep?
Yeah. The mayor agrees to letting you guys talk to him now, and he takes you back to his room
Cool.
and lets you.
Okay, so we just wake him up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I
Are we
kick
on
the
an
bed.
upper story now, or are we still on a first story? Is
Are
there
we
like
on the first
Is there
floor?
2 floors on this house? It's a mansion, if I remember.
On the first floor because he was injured, and it'd be really hard to carry him upstairs.
Not for Blaze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Gotcha.
there a window in his room that I could walk
A
to?
window in this room.
Yeah. There's a.
Yes.
There's a what?
Cool.
I didn't
There's a
hear thing
window
after
for-
there's a.
I'm speaking as loud as I can.
Is that anyone else hearing her cut out, or is it just me?
Well, it's hard to tell because it's never like in the middle of a word, or rarely. So I just don't know if that was the end of the sentence.
Okay, but like you heard a silence after there's a as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
About that.
Yeah.
There's a window in the room. Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Are there curtains that I could draw?
Okay, we wake up the
Stop screwing with her.
before Lapis kills Law in the first.
I grab Law by the scruff of his neck and sit him down.
I remember.
This is going to be a trend.
I look. Auriel looks at Blaze and nods, and is like, "Thanks."
Uh-huh. Yes. Now, let's talk to this man.
All right, I wake up the sheriff.
He kind of squints his eyes open and sees you, Auriel, and he says, "Oh, hi, Auriel. What's up? I'm sorry. I'm just very tired."
Yeah, I won't keep this long for you. Because I know you need your rest. One, are you dying? Like, are you like gonna die? You just need to sleep.
I just need some rest.
Cool.
All right, cool. In that case, what happened to you for the past week? Like, did you find anything?
Yeah.
Spill the tea.
I saw some pretty figures. I saw I think there was an elf and
Ew.
2 humans. I couldn't tell. I know there was definitely an elf.
Where was this?
I was chasing them through the forest. They had mentioned something about a sick kid. They had.
Sick kid. I know of one.
They had mentioned that they had a sick kid in their, I guess, a cave. It seemed like, and they were to see if he broke out of it. Nothing they said made sense. But they had a sick kid, and they were just waiting to see if he was gonna get better. They didn't want to give him medicine or help him out at all.
Mm.
Do you know where we need to go to find him?
No, I don't know where he is. The 2 humans, I think they were kind of ran off, but I did manage to follow the elf into a kobold cave.
Freaking
but,
kobolds.
Past that, I mean, I couldn't get past the kobolds. I had been tracking a long time, and I'm just exhausted. I came back without really much. I'm sorry, I don't have anything else to go on. But the elf is a few miles from here north. He might have some more information if you find him in that kobold cave.
So the Kobold Cave. So the Kobold Cave. It's a few miles north of here.
What?
Wait. Sorry, I didn't hear your response. I
Just
still
a
didn't
few
hear
miles
your
north.
response. Ah, few miles. Yes. All right. Thank you. I get up and start to walk out the door.
Is the forest in the
Towards
same
the north?
direction?
Yes.
I
Goodness
put my
me.
hand on Blaze's shoulder, and I'm like, "Whoa, hold on a sec, big guy. You're not planning on going at this alone, are you?"
Well, I mean, I suppose you could join me if you want to.
What a soon.
I look at the mayor.
It would make me feel better. If
You're
you
gonna
all
bring the
wanted to-
mayor?
No, I look at the mayor for permission to know if
Oh.
I can leave.
Better if Auriel was with you all. I think once the sheriff wakes up tomorrow, I think he'll be in tip-top shape and be able to kind of keep the town in order. I don't want to keep you here any longer, Auriel. You've done more than you needed to here. I shouldn't have kept you as long as I did. Thank you so much.
I look at Blaze. I don't even respond to him. I look at Blaze, and I'm like, bash some heads in.
Finally.
I'm assuming Blaze and I are gonna walk out.
Well,
Well, I want
we
to
have a
stop you
location.
and ask you because where do you think you're going? You promised us it'll take us to these well-traveled people. This isn't what Kotala and I came here to do.
Oh yeah, those well-traveled people are the guys who go around kidnapping sick kids.
That makes sense.
Weird, and people don't typically do that. And so they might know
Is
about
that
other
so?
weird things, like Kotala.
You just called me a weird thing.
No, I mean, look at yourself, right? Like,
So
Look at
abducting
us.
sick
If
children
it
is
makes you
weird.
feel better, I have also been called a weird thing on a number of occasions. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. I'm a lizard.
Holy
You
holy
are
moly.
weird.
Yes.
There are some places that, like, I mean, it's not too unusual to see a dragonborn.
yeah.
There's very, very few places that is common to see a centaur.
Yeah. But you don't see dragonborns every day either. At least
Sure.
I don't think so.
I don't.
They tend to keep to their clans.
I'm gonna continue talking to Lapis. I'm gonna say, yeah, if you thought the information was in the mayor's house, sorry about that. No, the information is on the mission, and you could come with us and try to learn stuff, or you could go on your way, and that's fine.
I am
For
curious about
hours
what's
of your
going
life.
on.
So we will.
Well, let's giddy about the aspect. I am concerned for the child's well-being as well.
Okay. So you want to pipe up and like, you just want to be like, I'm going, and that's fine.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with going.
Okay. Cool.
I wanna sneak
I'm
up
sure that'll
behind
be
the
enough for
mayor.
Lapis.
No, I said that I was curious about what's going on anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. So it's the four of us then.
All right.
Can I sneak up behind the mayor while he's talking to you guys?
You're gonna
I'm
need
gonna
a
stab him,
legendary.
just to be behind him when no one's looking there. Yeah, stealth check.
It's
Okay.
gonna need a legendary stealth check. There's like
do?
5 of us here.
Do we have to know?
No, just
This is just to get behind him, right?
okay. Yeah,
Okay.
roll a stealth check.
All right, rolled a 9. Let's see, stealth check. So that's +4. So that's a 13.
Okay, yeah, sure. You sneak up behind him. What?
Without
So
anyone noticing.
I lay my hand on him and just say, so was there any form of payment for this mission that I didn't hear?
Oh, right. My apologies.
Everyone
of
else is
course.
just ready to go.
Auriel did mention payment, to be fair.
Like
Of course,
specifics.
my apologies. I should have mentioned it. I just kind of scatterbrained today. Yeah, if you manage to bring my son home, you each 2,000 gold pieces.
Shoot!
That's
Oh,
good
wow.
work for human trafficking. Let's go.
Auriel turns to
Did you say
the rest of you.
2,000 each?
Auriel turns to
2,000
everyone
gold
else.
each.
Why are we still here?
Auriel turns to all of you guys and are like, yeah, why do you think I've stuck around here for the last week and a half?
Gee, this town is loaded.
Certainly not doing my heart.
I was just doing charity work for this guy earlier.
I mean,
Good
you're
game.
I was
like little bucks?
I was never doing charity work.
Well, let's go.
You know, okay. So again, at least 4 of us are leaving,
All
right?
right, yeah.
Mhm.
Now I'm going too. Now I'm convinced.
Yeah. All right. We're all
Okay. I did not have much left for this, but I did not expect you to get this far. Because I mean, it's
we're supposed to spend a night here.
yeah,
whoa.
but it's fine.
I mean, I kept trying to sleep, but everyone else was just rushing things along.
Well, we can walk out the door and notice that it's dark. We could always just chill.
That's
No,
not
you're-
gonna
For now.
stop Blaze now. I'm just gonna be
No,
upfront
we're
with
going.
you.
The gold pieces.
No, yeah, like you guys are going now. So you kind of head out of the town into the forest and just kind of make your way down the trail. And I have to go off script now. It's
That's
fine.
my bad.
I just gotta use a stock thing.
We won't know.
As you kind of down the trail, it's been a few minutes. You guys can talk to each other if you want as you go. It's up to you. I have a thing that I'm gonna do. If you guys want to like talk and get to know each other, maybe learn a little bit about Ben's backstory.
Oh yeah, you want me
start-
guys? I didn't tell you guys my backstory. Do you want me to do that?
No,
I will remain
Sure.
in mystery.
your character is an NPC who happens to be controlled by a person.
No, this is a real person now.
I know you think that.
All right.
I'm just messing with you.
You can take your earbuds off, but Ben wants to tell people, and
I didn't ever said that.
Shell seems to want to hear it.
I mean, can't we ask
What?
in
What?
universe?
Auriel, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Can I assume that you guys all just told each other your backstories, so we all kind of know where we're coming from?
I haven't.
Sure.
I
Well,
mean,
let's
not
just
all the
assume that we
details,
tell
but
everyone about each
fact that
other
it's
on
my
this
clan.
trip.
Okay. Yeah. So, at some point we tell each other stuff. Okay. So Auriel Mistwalker is a wood elf, and a wizard, and he was part of the.
Oh shoot, we actually have a wiz. We have like a second magic caster.
Wood elf and a
That's
second
awesome.
wizard.
So to be fair,
It's
I
fine.
had
Wizards are good.
Yeah, we got
Magic,
2
so-
magic users now. We needed that.
we're not at all similar, really, in how we play, especially because I know how Lapis because I helped her.
Mhm.
But Auriel Mistwalker was part of the Elvish team, which is basically
Ooh,
American
They
Warrior.
run on wood.
Ninja Warrior, like parkour races through treetops.
I'm thinking
Um,
about that, and I'm disappointed.
Yeah. So that's a sport that it happens in this world that I'm making up.
That's cool. That's
Right.
cool.
And so I was a big name in the wood sort of this competition, this wood running competition, and it was one of the championship matches where it was me against sort of my rival, who I thought we were friends, but it turns out we weren't, who cast illusion magic on me. And in this competition, we were allowed to use spells to increase our movement and help us to get around, but we're not allowed to use like attack magic on the other participants. Someone from the crowd or one of the racers, Auriel doesn't really know, cast illusion magic to make it seem like the rival, the one who eventually won first place, was casting attack magic at him. And so Auriel defended himself and returned fire, and it turns out that it was an illusion all the time, and Auriel was kicked out of the competition.
Oof.
Went from being one of the best to living in like super famous among wood elves to being like really infamous and like scorned by everyone in elvish communities
Crazy.
for this thing that they believe he did. So he's kind of a chaotic neutral now, sort of does what he wants and doesn't really care too much about doing what's right or anything like that. But yeah, so he just does what he wants because he was shunned by society and everything that he knew.
I see. Was he brought up on criminal charges, or was it just kicked out of the competition?
No, he was just kicked out of the competition.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Just a bad sport, man. Okay.
I mean, like, it wasn't. I cast Ray of Frost. It wasn't like I cast Magic Missile and tried to kill the guy.
I see. So because you weren't a very good mage, it's okay.
So like,
Gotcha.
it didn't even really do any damage. But the illusion spell was only something I could see, while the real Ray of Frost I sent was it's something everyone else could see. So, I was just disqualified immediately. I just kicked out.
So you kind of lost your temper when you were being under attack?
Well, I thought I was being attacked, and so I returned fire.
Okay.
Because
at that point, you didn't care about the competition. You wanted to stay alive.
This guy just assaulted me. I was about to win the race, and this guy freaking assaulted me.
Gotcha.
And so
that makes sense. So that's an interesting tale.
Should have taken the moral high ground.
What'd you say?
He's judging you.
Taking the moral high ground?
Yeah, I mean, if you had just taken the moral high ground and not returned fire, then it would have been fine.
Oh, yeah. That's not really this guy's
thing.
Not anymore. He just he's an adventurer because he just does what he wants. He just wanders around and does what he wants.
Sure.
Sometimes he does good things, sometimes he does bad things, sometimes he does a bit of both.
Cool.
He just sort of does whatever.
Sounds like an interesting dude.
So yeah, he is not helping the mayor out of the kindness of his heart.
And that's what you tell us, or is this still the backstory?
No, I said that when I was in the mayor's house. I was like, yeah, freaking 2,000 gold pieces. I wasn't doing charity work for this guy. Like, why do you think I'm still here?
I see. You're kind of a scumbag. I like
a little bit. But like, I don't try to be a scumbag. It's just like, I don't think
the world has done you dirty, so you do the world dirty.
I don't care if I do the world a bit dirty either.